What if I told you that somewhere in North America there are still real treasures buried underground, hidden for more than 40 years? Not fictional treasure, not internet rumors, actual treasure boxes placed in secret locations by a man who took the answers to the grave. This is the story of The Secret, one of the greatest unsolved treasure hunts in history. In the early 1980s, a publisher named Byron Preiss had an unusual idea. Instead of writing about a treasure hunt, he would create one. Over the course of a year, he traveled across the United States and Canada, secretly burying 12 treasure containers known as casks. Inside each cask was a ceramic key. Anyone who found a key could exchange it for a valuable gemstone. But there was a catch. To find the treasures, you first had to solve a puzzle, and not just any puzzle, a puzzle so difficult that most of the treasures remain hidden to this day. In 1982, Byron Preiss published a book called The Secret. Inside were 12 mysterious paintings and 12 cryptic verses. No clear instructions, no maps, no obvious solutions. The challenge was to match each painting with a verse and use the clues to identify a city, a landmark, and ultimately the exact spot where a treasure was buried. At first glance, the paintings looked like fantasy artwork, but hidden inside them were clues. City skylines disguised as hair, state outlines hidden in clothing, symbols connected to local history and immigrant communities. Every painting was packed with secrets, and every clue seemed to raise even more questions. Then, something incredible happened. In Chicago, a group of teenagers solved one of the puzzles and dug in Grant Park. To their amazement, they uncovered a real cask. The treasure hunt was real. The clues worked. The book wasn't just a puzzle, it was a map to actual buried treasure. But after that first discovery, the hunt grew quiet. Years passed. Then decades. Communities of treasure hunters formed. People spent countless hours studying the paintings. They analyzed historical maps, researched local history, and searched parks across North America. Entire online forums were dedicated to solving the clues. The hunt had become an obsession. Then, more than 20 years after the book was published, another treasure was found, this time in Cleveland. Suddenly, hope returned. The treasures were still out there. The clues still worked. The hunt was still alive. But in 2005, tragedy struck. Byron Preiss died in a car accident, and with his death came a terrifying possibility. What if nobody knew exactly where all the treasures were buried? If detailed records existed, they were never made public. The creator of the hunt was gone, and the remaining locations might be lost forever. For years, treasure hunters continued searching. Some believed the remaining treasures would never be found. Others refused to give up. Then, in 2019, something remarkable happened. A third treasure was discovered in Boston. After nearly 4 decades underground, another cask had finally been recovered. The find proved that at least some of the treasures had survived the passage of time. And if one remained, perhaps others did too. Today, only 3 of the original 12 treasures have been found. That means 9 are still missing. Some researchers believe they are hidden in cities such as San Francisco, Houston, New Orleans, New York, Montreal, Charleston, Milwaukee, St. Augustine, and the area around Roanoke Island. But nobody knows for certain. The clues are still being debated. The mysteries remain unsolved. The strange thing is that the gemstones themselves are not worth a fortune. Most treasure hunters aren't chasing wealth. They're chasing something else. The thrill of solving a mystery. The possibility that beneath an ordinary patch of grass, beneath a tree, or under a forgotten corner of a city park, a treasure is still waiting exactly where it was placed more than 40 years ago, untouched, unfound, waiting for the right person. But there is a darker side to the story. Over 4 decades, cities change. Parks are renovated, roads are built, trees are removed. Construction projects reshape entire neighborhoods. Some treasure hunters fear that certain casks may have already been destroyed without anyone realizing what they were. If that's true, some secrets may be lost forever, and yet people continue searching. Every year, new theories emerge. New clues are discovered. New treasure hunters join the quest. The mystery lives on. Because somewhere beneath the soil of North America there may still be a treasure box sitting silently in the dark. A message from 1982. A challenge left behind by a man with an unforgettable idea. And until the last cask is found, or proven lost forever, the story of the secret remains unfinished. Perhaps the next person to solve it will be you.